On October 16, 2024, the world was shocked by the sudden and mysterious death of Liam Payne, and the media raced to tell their version of the story. But what if everything we've been told is a lie? In this video, we'll expose the shocking truth behind the supposed incident of Liam Payne, from the suspicious timeline, to the contradictions in the evidence, to the deep web of cover-ups that might point to a meticulously planned disappearance. Join us as we unravel the mysteries, ask the hard questions. Stay with us, because what you're about to see will change everything you thought you knew about this case. Liam Payne, The Disappearing Act.
From key figures avoiding scrutiny to unexplained contradictions in media reports, the questions only continue to grow. Evidence that should exist is missing, while crucial details remain overlooked. Among all these irregularities, one element stands out: the body on the patio. This single image was meant to solidify the story, yet it introduces even more uncertainty. Who was really there at that hotel? What crucial details have been overlooked? And does this image confirm the truth or conceal it? In today's investigation, we take a closer look at the infamous body on the patio.
In the image under analysis, a pole is present on the far right side, while a heart-shaped watermark is located near the top. These two elements serve as reference points for comparison. Any discrepancies within the image can be evaluated against these references. Manipulated areas are expected to exhibit patterns similar to the watermark, whereas the pole should remain unchanged. You may have used free online tools like photoforensics or forensically to examine the image and concluded that it is not manipulated. However, let's conduct a more in-depth analysis to verify the findings. When assessing forgery traces in an image obtained from messaging or social networking applications, one must account to the fact that the quality of the questioned image has been sharply reduced. Consequently, applying the standard ELA algorithm to such type of images would fail, since all regions of the image will share the same low level of error. To account for such cases, the error levels over the frequency domain of the image has to be done. In this error level analysis, a few regions contain noticeable bright patches, which suggests they may have different compression levels from the rest of the image. These areas could have been altered, added, or saved differently compared to the rest of the image. The presence of selective bright spots suggests potential alterations in those areas.
When it comes to noise level analysis, the blood near the left ear appears to have a different noise pattern than the surrounding floor. Natural elements, like skin and wooden planks, have gradual noise variation, while the blood seems to have isolated noise clusters, which can indicate digital manipulation. There is a strong chance the blood near the right ear was edited or added digitally. When analyzing the NLA image, the dark region behind the ear has noticeable noise variation, suggesting a different texture layer. This could indicate cloning, brushing, or artificial darkening. This could be an edited or painted over area, possibly to hide something. To ensure the integrity and reliability of the forensic analysis, we will conduct a comprehensive examination using MATLAB, a licensed professional tool widely used for image processing and forensic analysis.
We are loading the image in question, titled Untitled JPEG, into the workspace under the folder LP. Initially, we tried to fetch the metadata. Due to multiple instances of compression and resharing across social networks, retrieving the exact metadata, such as camera details, timestamp, and other embedded information, is no longer feasible. The repeated compression process often strips or alters metadata, making it difficult to verify the original source details through conventional methods. The error level analysis reveals higher error levels in the blood area, which suggests a different compression rate compared to other parts of the image. The blood should have the same compression pattern as the surrounding textures, flow, skin, but in this case, it stands out.
When it comes to noise level analysis, the blood does not blend smoothly into the floor. High contrast edges around the blood on the floor and ear suggest possible copy-pasting or artificial addition.
The histogram has sharp vertical spikes, especially in the middle intensity range, 100–180. These spikes at regular intervals are not natural and may indicate compression artifacts or editing. The empty spaces between peaks suggest a loss of certain intensity levels, which is common in JPEG compression or image tampering. The analyzed image appears entirely dark in the PCA result, which may indicate extreme compression, uniform alterations, or a lack of distinguishable principal components due to noise suppression or blending techniques applied during manipulation. This suggests that either the entire image has undergone significant processing or the inherent structure of the image has been heavily disrupted. Bright areas could possibly be manipulated, duplicated, moved. Blurred or distorted textures indicate that the regions might have undergone resampling or interpolation. Edges showing high contrast might be artifacts from compression or tampering. Now, we are using Sift, Scale Invariant Feature Transform for better accuracy. Here blue ink is used to hide the body. There are multiple key points, marked in green, across the image.
Sift detects distinctive key points in an image based on texture, edges, and contrast. The fact that our image has clusters of key points in specific areas could mean these regions have high texture detail, which is natural, or these regions might have undergone modification. The key points seem clustered on the arm, face, and ear. If these areas were edited, resized, or copied, they will show higher feature density compared to the rest of the image. The wooden floor also has key points. In lower cluster density, this could indicate natural texture.
When a picture is captured, it undergoes multiple processing steps, such as white balance, saturation, color correction, gamma correction, etc. The final output is a JPEG compressed image. The image is recompressed when shared via messaging or social media apps to reduce its size and quality. Traditional ELA relies on detecting inconsistencies in compression artifacts, but recompressed images have uniform low error levels across all regions. This makes standard ELA not so reliable in detecting tampering or inconsistencies. Instead of directly analyzing pixel errors, the idea is to work in the frequency domain. The image is recompressed at a given quality Q, and then a 2D discrete cosine transform, DCT, is applied to both the original and recompressed versions. DCT represents the image as a sum of cosine waves at different frequencies. The DC coefficient, top left of the DCT matrix, represents the overall brightness, while AC coefficients capture finer image details, textures, edges, etc. Since compression artifacts mainly appear in high-frequency regions, the method suggests discarding the last few AC coefficients to focus on meaningful error patterns. The differences between the DCT transformed original and recompressed images are calculated.
The 2D inverse DCT is applied to reconstruct the error level image, highlighting discrepancies. This process is applied independently to the RG, B channels for color images.
Now we are moving ahead with frequency domain analysis with 2D DCT. The MATLAB program is shown here. Some part of the image has high DCT values, indicating sharp changes or potential anomalies. This could be due to edges, compression artifacts, or tampered regions in the image. If a specific region has higher frequency artifacts, it might have been compressed differently or manipulated. DCT coefficient histogram indicates a lot of important information. The anomaly map based on DCT revealed discrete bright spots, suggesting unnatural coefficient distributions, often sign of digital tampering. The DCT heat map shows high-frequency anomalies, especially in certain regions. These could indicate manipulated areas where local editing has occurred. In the anomaly map, we can mask regions where DCT coefficients are unusually high. Edited regions will show high differences because JPEG recompression alters forged areas more. The black image with scattered white points shows regions where DCT coefficients deviate significantly from normal compression patterns. In the enhanced anomaly map, the white pixels indicate potential tampered regions, which means these areas may have been edited. When it comes to overlaid anomalies, the red marks over the original image highlight suspicious areas. If these areas align with objects that should be uniform, like skin, cloth, or background, it suggests editing.
Now we are stepping into PRNU noise analysis. ERNU noise patterns were extracted to compare against the natural camera sensor noise. It identifies anomalies that don't match the camera's sensor pattern. The PRNU pattern is an intrinsic property of the camera sensor and should be uniform across the entire image. If certain areas lack PRNU or show inconsistencies, it indicates potential manipulation or editing. In this image under analysis, the pole on the right side of the image remains unchanged, indicating it is an original element within the scene. Please take a closer look at the discrepancies that occurred during our PRNU analysis. In contrast to the pole, the regions near the head, ear, and blood pool exhibit significantly higher PRNU noise patterns, suggesting potential alterations or editing in these areas.
So here we have the final result. The image was analysed using DCT layout level analyses and PRNU techniques. The findings indicate significant anomalies in the ear and blood region, suggesting manipulation. DCT inconsistencies reveal unnatural frequency patterns, while layout level analysis exposes varying compression levels in specific regions.
The findings indicate significant anomalies in the ear and blood region, suggesting manipulation. If you actually understand image processing, you'll see that this analysis is legitimate. But if you have no clue how images work or how this kind of analysis is done, feel free to showcase your ignorance in the comments. It's always entertaining.